Good morning from New York. Today's subject: trust, faith, and love, healing minds to save humanity, fixing the MAGA poison. Well, we must have faith. I have a few notes here. Okay. We must have faith in love and in humanity to have a healthy democracy. Point two: echoing love within ourselves heals minds. Healthy minds build and grow healthy societies, and these create progressive democracies that preserve our freedoms. 3. When drama has us rather than we having and handling it, even enjoying it, we can begin to cure MAGA, which is drama having us. By handling it. So, that wasn't written very well. Okay. So let's talk about these 3 points. If you have faith in humanity, you don't have faith in humanity, you're not going to take the risks that you need to take to improve things. There's a faith in humanity when people serve, say, in the police force or firefighting and medicine and so many things. Without some risk, well, nothing gets better, and nothing is that's good is well preserved, and so we have to have faith in love and faith in humanity to be willing to do these things. And so what I note in MAGA is there's a lot of fear and anger being generated. And when that's happening, the drama has the person. The person doesn't have the drama. You can be afraid, you can be angry, you can have lots of things going on, but if you're handling it, then there can be a good result. And if not, things begin to fall apart rather quickly. The lack of faith in humanity means also a lack of faith in democratic institutions, which represent best humanity. Otherwise, you've got greed and power mongering raising their ugly heads and taking over the society. We don't need that. And but we can have faith in humanity. We can make things better, and that requires empathy. That's the echoing that I was talking about. The love you give, you also receive as you're giving it. There's a part of you that's listening and being impacted by the love we give to another. And if you're giving it to yourself within your own mind, it's echoing within that echo chamber, the echo of love. And that echoing heals minds, helps us to find greater comfort zones, embracing a larger amount of objectivity, creativity, and compassion. When these things are embraced more greatly through creative, compassionate, and objective empathy, um, we promote um, a healing of helplessness that we had earlier, to even know and feel what's going on in ourselves. You notice that MAGA, they vote against their own selves. They vote against democracy. They vote for someone who would be a dictator for a day. And we've seen how that goes. Humanity's been around that block before, many times. So, beware. I believe in you, America. United States of America, especially. Oh, heck, I believe in everybody everywhere around the world. But United States is a great experiment. We brought a lot of different people together, and they didn't always get along. But as faith in humanity grows, well, these people get along. You notice that we've got different religious gathering places that don't agree with each other, but they're sitting all around the country, and we get along. That getting along is necessary for us to have progress. How can you make progress if you're not getting along with one another? That's not a good thing. Oh, look at this. Yeah. That's me. Big ears, big nose. I think a cartoon characterization of me would, exaggerate those features, I suppose. It'd be quite funny. The ability to laugh at yourself is extremely important. Healthy minds can laugh at themselves, and you don't see Trump doing that. People caught up in their dramas are awfully selfish because they're hurting. We can have compassion for these people; they're hurting. But we can't let them take over the government. People caught up in fear and anger and distrust shouldn't be in charge. The drama has them. They don't have the drama. So what we need to do in this country and around the world is to elect empathetic people like Joe Biden, who try to find common ground and bring people together. What do they say? United we stand, divided we fall. And that's going to be true not just of this nation, but of the entire world. United we stand, we preserve ourselves and our species. Divided, we do not. And it's also about virtue. When I talk about spirituality here, empathy lies at the heart of our virtues. So as you expand that comfort zone to embrace greater compassion and understanding, objectivity, and creativity, you're advancing virtues that I call goodness from compassionate empathy, truth from objective empathy, and artfulness, the ability to get outside the drama and to even appreciate it, to see the beauty in all things and in all people. You know, we having our fun with the politics and making fun of one another and whatnot. But I got to tell you, that's not that should happen. We should have humor, but we need to get along. Yeah, get by. You got to get along. You got to get along to get along. Yeah, that's faith in love, faith in humanity. You see people tearing people apart, demonizing this group or that group or this institution or that one. Well, there are people in all of these institutions. The deep state. What are you talking about? The KGB is not operating in the United States. The FBI is not out to get you unless you're doing things to destroy our humanity and our faith and love and acting in unvirtuous ones ways, Yeah. The same thing with the CIA. They have a pretty difficult job there. But in any group, you have people. There you go. Have a little faith in them. Have a little faith that if they're going off the rails some way or another, they can, reach out to one another, help each other to do better, and do laugh at yourselves. I mean, come on. Look at this face. I had to learn to laugh at myself. How else could I enjoy looking in the mirror? Yeah. So, what we have to do is, you're not seeing the beauty in yourself. Humor is beauty. There's nothing wrong with looking funny, being funny. There's a place for that. There's a place for drama. But you can have the comedy, you can have the drama, but you don't want to be the drama. And be the comedy. Yeah, how would you be the comedy? Let's say. Is that a bad thing, really, though? Yeah, I really appreciate comedians. They're incredibly brilliant people. They're really smart. Yeah. Anyway, they see so much, and take another view at things. That's very creative. That's artful, and we need that. We shouldn't be tying their hands and subjecting them to never offending anyone. Offend me. Go ahead. That's fine. Anyway, we've got to pull together, and Joe Biden is bringing us together, and MAGA's tearing us apart, villainizing institutions and people and so on. That just isn't necessary. And in any society, you have these elements that I'm talking about expressing themselves. What goes off the rails is when singular points of perspective are the only considerations. If you give too much power to government, whose job is to be more objective, then that harms things. You can't give all the power to one person or to a single institution, or you're going to cause trouble. You know, you need a balance. That balance is wise freedom, because when you have the balance, you have freedom. If you're in a balanced position, even in a fight or a dance, you have options, easy to take. And so, yeah, balance gives you freedom. And so look for the balance and look for the common ground and expand it from there. Take notes when you see what Joe Biden gets up to. He's a clever guy and very smart. Well, if you're clever, you're smart, right? To some degree. Yeah. Well, human beings are all smart. We're very smart, ape-like creatures. And, you know, but we need these virtues, these forms of empathy, and we need to be aware of our own needs in an honest way. And so this empathy and awareness is what gets everything moving together and operating smoothly. I don't know. Have I missed something? Let's see. Healthy minds grow healthy societies. Yeah, I think I covered that. Progressive democracies, yes. Preserve our freedoms. Has rather, yeah, pretty much covered all those points, I think. If not, let me know in the comments. Yeah. So, coming up soon is there's going to be more Zoom calls. And those of you who subscribe to the channel, because you subscribe to increasing empathy and awareness in our communications, either inside ourselves or between ourselves and within the world at large. If you have that philosophy, if you have that faith, then this is your channel. And many people, we hope in the future, will be creating videos, hopefully in different languages, bringing the whole world together in one giant hug. Because when you have faith in humanity, it's because you built trust. And that trust comes from growing these forms of empathy and communicating with an honest awareness of our own needs and feelings with these forms of empathy, which are ways of meeting human need. So, but when we're not aware of our needs, voting against our own interests and things like that, that's because of damaged faith and love. This is a point I didn't think I was going to talk about, but I'm going to hit on it anyway. Damaged faith and love gets in the way of all this. That's helplessness around the ability to feel and express your needs and to see and know your circumstances And that kind of helplessness gets in the way of all of these skills I'm talking about. Yeah, a lot of people that get a little confused when I'm talking about the infant mind. The infant mind is where you don't have language, to express your feelings or feel them or to play around with them, you know. You don't. So that's the awareness part of things, or a big part of it. We're aware in a way that doesn't use language. That involves the precursors of these forms of empathy: focus, play, and expression of needs or around needs. There's a kind of rhythm or pattern to things that you can develop. And anyway, that is connects to one of the skills that we teach on this channel. It's a kind of like scat in music. You're creating sounds yourself to express needs, feelings without language, and you can just speak it, or you can sing it, and that can be actually put you in a kind of rhythm when you include the music. And rhythm and vibratory harmony is very important to our health. And there's music all around in nature. So I love to do it. I love to sing with scat. Expressing feeling. And when we connect in those ways, and that's one way we can really connect with each other, infant mind to infant mind, and just creating a kind of music that better expresses things that than just a language alone. Let's put it that way. An example. Amin, amin. Shuru aleikum nibisfatu alaikam salam. You notice there's a pattern there, and when you use this technique, it has a kind of beginning, and it has a high point, and then it finally fades away, and has a kind of conclusion to it, and that's interesting to note. So let's hope that I've begun and ended with some kind of real impact. And usually that takes a lot of work, as any artist, any writer, to do that well. God bless those people. It says, you use the word God. Yeah. Well, it's when you're talking about God, you know, how in the world are you going to explain something like that or look at something like that? It's a personification of ultimate reality. No big deal. And it's a part of us that can get outside of our story and the movie of our lives and appreciate the whole show, you know. And that part of us, you could say, is, you know, God or the universe living in us, you know. It's that particular viewpoint, a creative one. That's the inner artist, you know. So that and the imaginer of all we imagine imagines who we are and our whole reality. It imagines the inner caregiver, the inner counselor, ourselves, and that which is above our dramas and our experience in life, our timeline. Living in bliss, connecting to it. You can love your inner artist. And in a way, that's loving your brain, which is the real deal there. It's a kind of personification of the brain, just like personifying the universe. There's a connection there. And as a rational mystic, you know, you can experience that. You don't have to be lost in things you can't prove. Experiences don't require you to prove anything. That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson calls your personal truth. Well, that personal truth does have a connection because we're all human and we see things in certain ways, and we have these kind of virtues which are skills of social animals at our level. And yeah. So I hope you got something out of that. You know, those who are more musically inclined maybe appreciated it more. I don't know. I like to give an Irish blessing at the end of my presentations, and I hope it'll maybe become a thing that we do on the channel frequently, even as a group. Perhaps just saying it instead of singing it, but I like to sing it. So my way of reaching out to you and blessing you and honoring you incorporates this Irish blessing and the word namaste. And, you can bless this channel by subscribing and becoming part of the team. You can do that through comments and you know, the textual aspects of the channel. You can make comments there. And so be part of the team, you know. Let's create a hug that goes around the world. and tries to lift everybody, even MAGA. Bless their hearts. Yeah. They've had a lot of damaged faith. But it's those who have faith and take the risks who can lift up and heal their own minds and other people's minds. And even the most fallen, and give them hope. Well, that Irish blessing goes like this. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand, or her hand, or its hand, however you see it. And Namaste means an honoring of that love flow that exists in all of us to some degree, and that the oneness we all share is the universe knowing itself. That's from Carl Sagan. So you can have all the great mystic highs and still be rational. I don't see how you could do it any other way. Not to the fullest extent. Yeah. Embrace the divine inside of you and make a great day today. You know you can. And hoping all will go well for you, and blessings flowing for you each and every day, no matter what's going on in the drama. Namaste, y'all. From New York, wherever you're from, give us a note, give us a comment, say hey from wherever you are. Subscribe and share. You know you want to, because you're one of us, and we're one of you. Namaste.